Long ago, in the heart of the great savannah where the grass whispered secrets and the sun blazed like a golden drum, there stood a baobab tree so ancient its roots seemed to grip the bones of the earth. They called it Ndulo, the mother tree, for it had stood since the beginning of time. Its trunk was wide as a hut, its bark rough and thick like the hide of an elephant, and its hollow center was whispered to be the home of a spirit older than the moon. Few dared venture near Ndulo, for the elders warned, those who enter the heart of the baobab must offer truth, or be swallowed by lies. But one creature did not believe in such tales. His name was Koba, a clever, mischievous monkey with fur like dusk and eyes that gleamed with mischief. Koba was known for his pranks. He tied hyenas' tails together. He smeared berries on the lion's mane. And once, he tricked the river spirits by pretending to be a crocodile, just for fun. But most of all, Koba loved fruit. The juiciest fruit of all, the golden figs that hung only from the top branches of Ndulo the baobab. Ah! Koba laughed one morning as he swung from tree to tree. Spirit or not, no tree frightens me. I'll climb that old stump and take all its fruit for myself. The wind howled suddenly, as if the savannah gasped. Birds scattered. The hyenas stopped laughing. Even the river flowed quieter. But Koba, ever bold, leapt through the canopy and landed at the foot of Ndulo. He looked up at its towering form, and with a wicked grin began to climb. Up, up, up he went, the figs shining like gold coins in the sun. As he reached for the ripest fruit, a low voice echoed from deep within the tree. Who dares take from me without offering truth? Koba froze. The bark beneath his hands trembled. I am Koba the Brave, he declared, puffing out his chest. I take what I please. The tree groaned. Then give me your truth, or lose what you prize most. Koba laughed. Truth? My truth is simple. I am the cleverest in the land. The figs shook violently. A great gust of wind burst from the hollow of the tree, and in a flash, Koba was flung into the air, twisting and tumbling until he landed deep within the heart of Ndulo itself. Darkness, silence, then a voice, closer now, deeper, older. You are clever, but you are hollow, like a drum with no rhythm. Koba stood. Show yourself. The bark in front of him split open, revealing a figure of glowing bark and swirling wind. It had no face, but its eyes were like twin suns. This was the spirit of the baobab. You have taken from the land, but you have never given, it said. You have laughed, but never listened. You have tricked others, but know not your own truth. Koba scowled. What do you want from me? To know who you truly are. I am Koba, he snapped. The best, the fastest, the smartest. The spirit raised a hand, and a mirror of bark and wind appeared. In it, Koba saw himself, not as the proud monkey he thought he was, but as a small, frightened creature, clutching stolen fruit, surrounded by empty laughter. No, Koba shouted, smashing the mirror, but it reformed. You fear being forgotten, the spirit said. So you make the world laugh, thinking it will remember you. Koba fell to his knees. The figs dropped from his hands. I just didn't want to be alone, he whispered. Silence. Then the spirit bent low, its voice soft like rustling leaves. To be remembered, little one. Plant something that lasts. And with that it gave Koba a single seed, silver and pulsing with light. Go, plant your truth. In a flash, Koba was outside once more, standing at the base of the baobab. The figs were gone. The wind had stilled. In his hand, the glowing seed remained. From that day, Koba changed. He no longer played tricks just to mock. He taught the young monkeys how to swing from vines. He helped the birds rebuild their nests after storms. And every evening he sat beneath the great baobab and told stories, not of his tricks, but of the lessons he had learned. And on the tallest hill in the savannah, where the sun first kissed the land each morning, a new tree began to grow. Its roots deep, its bark strong, and in its heart, the truth of a monkey who had once feared being forgotten. They say the spirit of the Baobab still watches from within Ndulo, smiling every time someone speaks Koba's name, not with laughter but with respect. Many moons passed. Koba had become a creature of wisdom, no longer feared, but admired. Yet deep inside, a restlessness stirred. The same flame that once made him mischievous now whispered of something greater. One night, as the stars blinked like the eyes of ancestors, Koba sat beneath the Baobab, staring at the silver seedling he had planted. It had grown tall and strong, but unlike any other tree, it glowed faintly in the moonlight. And when the wind passed through its leaves, it whispered in a voice that was not quite wind. Then, from the hollow of Ndulo, the ancient Baobab, the spirit spoke again. Koba, the land has heard your truth, but deeper truths remain buried. Koba stood fur bristling. I have changed, he said. I've taught, I've given, I've grown the tree of truth. Yes, the spirit said, but even the tallest tree has roots, and some roots reach into fire. Before Koba could speak, the earth cracked beneath his feet, and a great rumble echoed through the savannah. The animals cried out. The stars blinked out. The seedling glowed brighter, and then split open. From its center emerged a second spirit, darker, flickering like smoke, with eyes like burning coals. I am Nzuri, it hissed, the shadow beneath the Baobab. You awakened me, Koba, and now the balance is broken. Koba trembled. What are you? I am the forgotten, the denied, the truth you did not speak. You wear wisdom like a crown, but beneath it, you still hide your deepest fear. Koba backed away. I've faced my fears. No, Nzuri growled. You've only faced what was easy to name. Suddenly the ground split further and a great chasm opened, revealing a burning realm of roots wrapped in flame, where spirits twisted like smoke and memories howled like wild dogs. The spirit of the Baobab appeared again, voice like thunder. To become truly whole you must descend, Koba, into the fire, into the truth you buried. Koba looked at the burning chasm and at his tree. Then he stepped forward. I will go. Koba fell. He fell through soil, through memory, through silence, until he landed softly on a glowing path made of ash and root. Around him, ghostly monkeys swung silently between flaming branches. A great stone gate stood ahead, carved with symbols of life, death, laughter, and silence. A voice echoed, "Speak the truth or be trapped in your lie forever." As Koba stepped forward, the first trial began. Trial 1, the Mask of Laughter. A figure appeared, an exact copy of Koba, laughing wildly, juggling fruits, swinging with reckless joy. This is who you were, the voice said. Why did you laugh, little monkey? Koba watched. I laughed so others wouldn't see me afraid. The copy laughed louder, then began to wither. Its fur falling off, eyes going hollow. Your truth burns the mask, the voice said. Go on. Trial 2, the Mirror of Silence. Next, he came to a pool, still and black. He peered in and saw his past. A young Koba, abandoned by his troop, left behind for being too small, too slow. No one came back, Koba whispered. They left me, and I promised I'd never need anyone again. The pool rippled. The water turned to fire, but Koba stood his ground. I feared love more than I feared pain. And with that, the flame stilled. One trial remains, the voice whispered. The root of all. Trial 3, the flame of purpose. A final spirit rose from the soil, a massive ape made of molten bark and ash. Its eyes were full of grief and its voice cracked like burning wood. Why do you seek to be remembered, Koba? Koba trembled. Because if I am forgotten, then I was never real. If no one remembers me, then all my stories are just dust. The spirit leaned close. And now? Koba took a deep breath. Now, I know the land remembers, the winds remember. Even if no one speaks my name, what I plant, What I teach, what I love, those things echo. The spirit smiled.